long last, welcome to my Q&A video. I asked people to submit questions now about a week before Christmas. I lost my voice a couple of weeks ago, so I wasn't able to do it, so this is a bit delayed, so apologies. So I was racking my brains where I could film this year's video. I think last year's video I filmed at Seymour. Wanted somewhere quiet, and I thought, I've not done a model railway video for a long time. Why don't I come up and film it in the loft, and I can give you an update on what I've been doing, or more to the point, what I've not been doing up here. So thanks everybody for submitting the questions. I've got about 18 questions to answer, and I'll throw in a few video clips and some scenes for stuff that I'm working on the model railway. It's a bit nippy up in the loft today. First question then, this is from Ash. If you see me looking away from the camera, it's because I've got the questions on a sheet of paper here. So Ash, he thought he would introduce artificial intelligence into his questions. So he's asked ChatGPT, suggest a question to put to Wobbly Runner for his Q&A video. I thought this was brilliant. GPT responded with the question to ask, what inspired you to start your journey as a wobbly runner, and what advice do you have for others facing physical challenges who aspire to take up running or pursue their own fitness goals? I don't know if ChatGPT, I really don't know how it works. I can't really say I'm in with AI. Does it go away and look on the internet and find a little bit about me? What advice would I give? Don't start a YouTube channel for a start. No, only joking. And what advice for people facing physical challenges? Eat less chocolate, eat less crisps, get out and explore some disused railways. So next question, this is from Greg, Greg Sherlock. Hope you're doing well, Greg. Is there a disused railway line that you haven't walked yet and you would really love to walk? That's a great question. Put some thought into this now. One that I'd really like to do, and when I started doing disused railway videos, my mind, for some reason, centered on this particular line, and that's the old cinder track, the old what is it, Scarborough to Whitby line. I'm actually going to Robin Hood in March, but I won't be doing any filming there, unfortunately. But I know that this section of line's been covered to death, and I'd like to go up and spend quite a bit of time if I was going to do that line and do it in some real depth. But I know quite a few people have covered this line recently, which is why I've not hurried off to do it. But I think that's one I'd really like to get my teeth into. Next question, also from Greg. From some of your past and present videos, travelling companions seem to be established walkers in their own right. Prior to setting out on a walk with such a companion that you want in a video, do you approach them or do they approach you? I don't really know. It's a bit of a mixture, to be honest. I've had a few people come and join me on videos for various reasons, and kind of mutual interest, things like that. And I've just made some really good friends that, like Jim, John, Phil, Paul, just to name a few. Some of the people who regularly appear on my videos have just become good friends, and it's something that they have a mutual enjoyment and getting out and do things. Next question from Scott C. Scott's one of my channel members, so hi Scott. Any new developments with the restoration of the Chesterfield Canal? I am hoping some movement does happen this year, finally. I know stuff's already ongoing with regards to the Transpennine Trail Bridge at Staveley, so hopefully we'll start to see a little bit more movement this year, because I think 2023 was a little bit of a non-event, wasn't it, for stuff going off on the canal, really, in terms of progression with the restoration. So hopefully I'll have something to show you this year. What's your favourite Christmas food or beverage treat? I do like a cider. I also like a lemon tart. Does that sound boring? Not very Christmassy, is it? Cider with a lemon tart. But I always associate lemon tarts with Christmas because my mum used to make lemon tarts. So next question, this is from Dave. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Dave. Malekden Valley Models, is that right? Out of all your videos that you've made, which one is your personal favourite and why? Oh, that's a difficult question. It's hard to pick favourites. I've had so many great experiences, so much stuff I've been privileged to do and go and see as a result of doing the videos. That's a tough one. I would still say the one that still sticks out in my mind is when I went up the Tyler Lynn Railway and had a look round the Bryn Eglwys quarry. Yeah, that was a really good day. I would love to be able to go somewhere like that and have an access all areas session, if that makes sense. A lot of the interesting things seem to be off bounds, but that's fantastic. I would love to go and do more abandoned quarries and things like that in Wales, and I have got some plans for me when I go back to Wales. Most of them are plans that I never got to do last year. Next question for Curbington Steel. Hope you're well. Any plans to do the Holbrook Colliery? Not the Holbrook Colliery site, but I have been filming around Rother Valley. We actually started in November, doing a couple of things around Rother Valley that I've not yet covered, and Holbrook, the Holbrook Colliery branch, is one of those. Got some more stuff to go out and film to complete that video with Phil, or Renton as he's known on YouTube. We've just been waiting for a day where it's not been gale force winds or bad weather to get out and do that. So yeah, is the answer to that question. Next question, Psychic Spies, otherwise known as John. Thanks for the hours of fun and entertainment this year. A pleasure, John. What unexpected find gave you the biggest wow factor in 2023? Another hard question to answer that. I would probably have to say, I mean, I don't know if it's unexpected the right word, but some of the stuff that we've come across, me and Phil have been covering the High Peak Trail. I mean, I've seen a lot of the High Peak Trail stuff on photographs and videos and stuff when I'm doing my research, but when you come, I still just absolutely gobsmacked when you get to the bottom of Sheep Pasture Incline or Middleton Incline to think this is a railway, what's going off here, and those limestone embankments up near Minginglow. That's I would probably say they're the things that stand out. Ben Abel, what's the single biggest mistake made as part of the beaching cuts? Difficult question from sat here in 2023. I mean, there's obvious things, isn't there? I mean, Woodhead wasn't technically beaching, was it? I think it was, he put a massive nail in the coffin. But the one that sticks out now, looking back, they could really do with is something like the Great Central Railway, and the fact that we've had HS2 come and go. I mean, it's difficult sat in, it's 2024 now, isn't it? Not 2023. It's difficult to make those judgment calls, because the Great Central Railway, if I use that as an example, was in a state of managed decline. They was kind of running it into the ground, weren't they? So it probably made closing it an easy decision in the end. But what I will say is, and I've noticed this, you could say there was a case for shutting no railways, but that probably wouldn't have been the right thing to do. The amount of duplication you see, you only have to look between, for example, south of Sheffield, between Bate and Chesterfield Way. You had like 3 main lines side by side there. You know, there's a lot of duplication. But I would probably say the Great Central Railway, that wouldn't half come in handy now, would it, given the lack of capacity. And another question from Ben: if you could take a train trip anywhere in the world, where would that be? I'll tell you somewhere where I would love to go. I'd love to take a train trip up into the Alps. I can't remember what's the name of the train. It's got a funny Swiss/Italian sounding name, hasn't it? I'd love to go on that one, the little narrow gauge train. Another one as well, which hopefully I'm going to be going on holiday for my wife's 40th birthday, is out to the Rockies in Canada. I've always wanted to do something like that, so hopefully we'll get, and I'll be able to, well, there's no there's no convincing her about it. We both agreed we'd love to go on the train through the Rockies. So probably those two things. Let's explore. How are you doing, Steve? You all right? When are you and Let's Explore going out for a nosy? Soon, I hope. Let's get something sorted. I know we had some plans that we unfortunately had to cancel back in, was it November? So yeah, let's sort something out very, very soon. Carol Beasley. Hi, Carol. I hope you're well. I hope you're on the mend still. Where's your favourite place to visit in the UK? I'd probably have to say Wales. We've been going back there. I went on holiday. That was my childhood holiday location. Wales, various locations, but specifically Barmouth. I've got so many memories tied up in that area of Wales. And we have started going back. This will be the fourth year that we've been going back now. And I'm kind of reliving those memories now. And I just love going back there. There's so much to see, so much to do. Jamie Parker. Hi, Jamie. Will you ever do a video about the Humber Bridge? I can't say it's on my radar, so to speak, the Humber Bridge, but there is a couple of interesting things around the Humber Bridge that I've got my eye on now, that I have done a little bit of research but never got round to taking it further, so maybe something around the Humber Bridge. Ian Pritchard, how are you doing, Ian? Ooh, couple of quick fire questions. I like this. Indian or Chinese takeaway? Chinese, if it's a takeaway. I am partial to a bit of Chinese. It does add to the wobbliness. If I'm eating in, though, I love an Indian. Not a fan of Indian takeaways, though. It's never the same. Trafford Centre or Clitheroe Market? I've been to neither, if truth be told. But if you was to ask me to choose now, I'd say Clitheroe Market. I do prefer a market than a shopping centre. Settle or Carlisle? Assuming we mean like the towns. I'd say Settle. It's in Yorkshire for a start. Diesel or steam? Oh, I'd say diesel. I mean, I don't dislike steam. I love steam trains. But I've found as I've got older, I was dragged around so many steam railways growing up, and out to see steam special trains running on the national network. But I grew up with diesels, you know. Those early days when the Deltics were running 56s, 37s, travelling around on 47s. I've kind of got a bit nostalgic about that as I've got older. Crossword or Sudoku? I can tell you I'm useless at. I've never done a Sudoku. Sudoku, is I Sudoku? Sudoku? I wouldn't know where to start, and I'm pretty useless with crosswords. But I'd choose a crossword. Let's have a change of scenery, shall we? Let's move in front of the castle that I'm in the middle of putting together. Sorry, my light went out at some stage. I don't know how long it's been out for. Next question from Renton. Hi, Phil. Doing some work with Renton at the moment around Rother Valley. How many miles do you think you've done since your channel started on foot? That's a good question. I wouldn't dare to guess, but what I do know is, I mean, I record all the walks I do as part of my videos. I do know last year I hit about 1,080 kilometers. So what's that? Nearly 700 miles, and that's spending a couple of months doing nothing as well. So I really couldn't put a figure on that, but it's in the thousands. Anthony Holmes, do you think the Woodhead line might be reinstated in the future? I do know there's a study going on to examine the funding engineering requirements to reinstate it as far as Deepcar. If I'm being honest, I don't think I'll ever see the Woodhead back in my lifetime. When it comes to these things, I'm a bit of a pessimist, to be honest. I remember living in Bayton. Right from the day I moved in, talk of reopening the train station, having trains through Bayton again. It never happened. It never even got close. And I know there's talk about the Barrow line coming back through Bayton. It still seems a long way away, though. Will they reopen Woodhead? I can't see it. It'd be really, really nice if they would. And technically speaking, apart from the tunnels, well, you know, I don't think they've been. If they wanted to, they could. Basically, it'd be a massive shame. Hopefully, they get something as far as deep car. But again, they seem to have been talking about that forever, don't they? But who knows? He's Gordo, the leg breaker, an Australian collie. No, he's what is Gordo? He's what's called a sholly. He's a mix between a German Shepherd and a Border Collie. He has some tendencies of a German Shepherd, but I think he's more on the German Shepherd side. Bless his cotton socks. A glass of milk. Right, next question. John Cookson, loving the model railway photos, by the way, you've been putting on some of the Facebook groups. It looks absolutely brilliant. It kind of puts my poor effort and skill to shame, really. Do you have any plans to film the railway from Thryburgh Junction to Ravenfield and then the branch off to Conisbrough, Edlington and Warmsworth? I have looked at that line actually, because obviously I've been up Edlington and I've been up Warmsworth, so I have done a little bit of research around that, to hopefully do it in the future. Thryburgh Junction, Ravenfield. With me and John, I've actually had plans to go and film that video. Was it last October, last November 2022? We actually was going, and then the night before, Ant from Trekking Exploration, he released a video from the line, so we thought, well, let's not do that too soon, so we went off and did a video around Barnsley and Stairfoot instead, and we was actually meant to be going back tomorrow to do some filming on that line, but we're actually going up to what's it called, Worsborough Incline, Worsborough Bank, to do some more of the Woodhead line series instead. So yeah, in the future, yeah, we definitely are going to be doing that area. Anthony George Turner, researching, filming, editing so many videos must be so time consuming. Do you have a full-time job as well, and if so, what do you do? You're not wrong. It is filming the video is just I suppose a small part of the kind of content that myself and probably every other YouTube puts out there. Yeah, the researching starts weeks, months, even years for some of them, before you actually get round to doing it, and the editing as well. That can, I mean, some of the videos I'm editing them for weeks, if not longer, and it can be hours just doing the different layers and the different components. I do have a full-time job. I won't bore you with exactly what I do, but I'm what's called an incident manager for a large telecommunications company. Next question from Kieran: what's the strangest thing you've seen in one of your explores? Ooh, probably recently, the sunshine. Where was it we saw all the pro-Russian graffiti? Where was that now? The Skegby Trail, I think it was. Various strange experiences. Very unpleasant one on the towpath in Retford where I was followed. You come across homeless people, things like that. Can't think of anything else. Can't think of anything really, really strange. It's that Mr. Curly guy, Instagram. Any plans for the New Year's adventure, or is that a surprise? I don't think there's any surprises. What have I got on this year? Got some more, some plans for the Woodhead one. Stuff I'm really looking forward to. Going to be taking it all the way to Hadfield, including some stuff on the top. Got some more stuff around Barnsley. Tomorrow we're going to film out around Worsborough. I'm looking forward to that. Some stuff on the Great Central I'm going to be doing. I think that's it for the immediate plans. Just a couple more questions. It's not really a question, this one. Mad Sniper 66. Hi Mark, how are you doing? Hope you're enjoying retirement. More cows. Always more cows. Videos always better for having a cow in it. And the final question for this year's Q&As is from Brian Morrison. What camera do you use for your videos? I've been using, since I started, I've been using the GoPro Hero 7, which is around here somewhere, which is here, which has just been, you've probably seen the photos of me with it, just been mounted to a little stubby stick. Nothing, well, I suppose when it was out, it was a modern state-of-the-art camera. That started playing up late last year, so I was kind of forced to upgrade. So I'm currently using a GoPro Hero 12 that I spent quite a bit of money on, more than I've ever spent on anything like that before. I'll just show you. Excuse the light. Yeah, it's got a few modifications. It's got the light on there, which does help when I'm out filming. Then obviously there's the drone as well, that I use when I'm out doing the videos. So yeah, it's quite funny actually. When I started doing these videos, when was it, back in 2000, it was about running. It was about running places, and a lot of my videos I'd run to a location, or I'd be running down a disused railway line. And I used to travel so light. I'd just be out with the little GoPro, and the majority of what I carried was food and water, just in my little running rucksack. And now if you saw the equipment I'm taking out, my rucksack's so heavy, and that's before I've even packed food and things like that, spare batteries, etc. More cables than I know where to shove. But anyway, I hope I've answered all your questions. You don't need to wait till Christmas to ask me a question. You can ask me questions at any time through Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. So just another massive shout out, everybody who supported me 2023 and before, and everyone who continues to support me, everyone who's signing up to my channel membership. It's allowing me to kind of do more things, go more places, invest in more equipment, etc. I've moved on so much in the last year in terms of what I'm using to make the videos. So as always, cheers for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this Q&A, and we'll see you soon out and about wherever we are. Ta-ra!